Hello. Please excuse me, I'm totally out of my comfort zone filming a video. Normally I'm behind you guys in the mirror doing your hair. But I thought I'd pop on here today and show you a tutorial, just something easy of what I do with my hair, probably pretty much most days if I've washed it. I'm going to curl it with my wand, and I've just got the Babyliss tapered wand, so it's quite fat at one end and skinny at the other end. You don't have to use a wand, you can use a barrel, like a barrel tong. Just don't use the clip, just wrap your hair around it. But I'm just going to show you how I do mine. It doesn't take that long. I normally do it in the mornings. I've got the kids around me, so I get it done really quick. And I just find, you might think, oh, this is crazy, all this effort to go nowhere. But I find if I curl my hair with the wand, it lasts me so much longer than if I was just going to leave it like this, or if I've just rough dried it, or if I curl it with the straighteners. I find that the second day and the third day I can get away with it much more if I've used my wand. And I'll show you what I do with it the day after as well, to sort of zhuzh it back up again. So even on those days where you don't have time to do your hair, if you've curled it the day before or wanded it the day before, then I find the next day, if I give it a brush through, a bit of dry shampoo, like half up, half down, or even in a ponytail, it just looks so much better. So even though we're not going anywhere, you still don't want to feel like a tramp the next day. It's quite nice to feel good about yourself when we've got nowhere to go. So I'm just going to dive right in and show you what I do. So I part my hair all the way down the back and bring everything to the front. And then things you'll need are a clip or a slidey grip, whatever you want to use. And then if you've got some of these little pins, you can use these to clip your curl up. But I'd do that if I was going out, but because this is going to be more of a daytime look, I'm not going to bother doing that. But you can if you want it to last you a bit longer or be a bit tighter. So I'll bring it all to the front. I'm going to just get a brush through. Now I am wearing hair extensions, but you would do exactly the same on your hair, even if you're not wearing hair extensions. So I'll just give them a bit of a brush through. And then I just take the first section. Now I'd take quite a large section. And you might think, oh God, but the smaller the section, the more ringlety they go and the more tight and a bit too regimented they go. So you're better off taking a bigger section. And then a little tip, always curl away from your face. So you want to get your wand, and then I'll turn it up this way, starting at the top, and then I just wrap my hair around a couple of times and then just hold it. I haven't got my wand up really hot on the hottest setting. I've only got it on 23, I think, because I don't want it to be really, really tight. And also my hair doesn't need that much heat. You're better off going a little bit lower. And if you need to, you can just hold it on there that little bit longer. I've already got heat protection and spray in my hair when I blow dried it, so I don't need to add anything really to that. So again, you can, some of these, they come with a glove. So you can wear the glove if you're worried about burning yourself, but the very tip of the wand is cold, so I just rest it on my hand. And then once I'm finished, I let it drop into my hand and I just hold it there for a few seconds while it starts to cool down, because what that does is that will just help to set that curl that little bit more. If I just let it drop when it's really, really hot, then the weight of it will just pull that out a little bit. So I just let it, and that's the first one. And then I just go through the next section, take about here. Again, take quite a large section because we want nice, big, bouncy waves, not tiny little curls. Take about this much. Again, hold my wand in this direction. Again, starting from the top. I don't go all the way to the bottom of my wand if I can help it, because I don't like it being too tight at the bottom. This is the only wand I've got at home, because normally I would use the ones we have at work. So this is all I've got, but I do prefer the barrel that's thick the whole way down. I just prefer the look it gives, rather than sometimes I find it goes a bit too tight and a bit too curly on the ends when you use a tapered wand. But just curl it nearer the top rather than taking it all the way down the bottom, then you won't end up having too tight on the ends. And even sometimes if you leave the ends out completely, you don't even have to wrap the ends round. It does look really nice. Just sort of undone a bit on the bottom. And then I'll probably do this in 2 sections. Again, just wrapping it round. Once you've got into a rhythm, it doesn't take that long. And so that's one side done. So that's all just going to cool down now. So then I'll go over to the other side. Excuse my pregnancy little baby hairs coming through. Oh my God, it drives me insane. Right. Not that I'm pregnant, I meant from having a baby. Not to scare anyone. After having a baby, you know, that dreaded thing where all your hair starts to fall out. Thank God for hair extensions. So again, I'm following the same rule. These pesky little bits keep falling out. Don't worry if that happens, just go back in again. And if you slightly twist it as you go round, you'll find those little bits will behave themselves. But again, following the same rule of curling it away from the face, everything goes back, everything is curled away. And don't worry, so that little bit's just dropped there, it doesn't matter. We're going for quite a soft look anyway, so I've just wrapped that little bit that was being naughty underneath round. And again, I'm just going to let it drop. So if I was going to pin this up, if I wanted to do a bit of a tighter look, say you're not going out till later but you want to do it now, you can just start to curl your hair and then pin it up. So you can just grab it and then you'll just go on these and just pin like that, and then you'll just do that the whole way up and then spray at the end, and then you can take them out later, but I want mine to be quite loose anyway. So I'm just taking these same sections. Right, that's all done. So now I wouldn't ever just leave it like this, it's just too regimented for me. So I always, and people always go, why would you brush your hair once you've just curled it? But I promise you, it just fluffs everything up and makes everything look so much more together rather than all separated like this. So you can't really brush the curl out as such. And then I find as well towards the end of the day when it starts to look just a little bit shabby, I'll just give it a real good brush through. Now the brush I'm using is actually a Great Lengths extension brush, but you can get these brushes anywhere. They do like a Denman one you can get from Boots. It's like a wig brush. So I would say these are absolutely brilliant for brushing your hair through. They just fluff everything, as you can see, like together, and you just get a really nice full look. You can use a normal brush like this as well if you want to. I do use this on my hair as well, but I just prefer the feel and the look that this brush gives. So again, just really giving it that nice look. So that's my look for today. What I'll do is tomorrow when I come to do my hair, I just find that because it's already got the wave to it, anything I do with it looks so much better, whereas if I'd have left it as it was, I just feel like it looks a bit naff. So even if I was to sort of put my hair up in a ponytail, it just looks nice. Or sometimes you can do like a half up, half down. But actually those kind of looks are better when your hair's a little bit dirty anyway, when it's got a little bit of grease to it, when it's fresh. It doesn't stay up as well. I find it looks better the second day anyway. I know I'm wearing hair extensions, but the curl I find with a wand definitely lasts longer over days than I would say the curl that you get from a straightener. Although if you find that easier to do, then use the straighteners. I can show you another one of how to curl your hair with a straightener as well. But this is my go-to easy wanded hair look. It's actually only taken 18 minutes. And that's including talking, so sort of probably 15 minutes I would say you can get this look done by, and it just looks nice. So thank you for watching and thanks for tuning in. And I've spoken to the other girls and everyone fancies either giving a tip on how to look after your hair while you haven't got your hairdresser, and it's also going to try and do some tutorials to show you some different looks. I'm going to be coming back on and giving you tips on how to make your hair last that bit longer, and also tips on how to hide those dreaded roots. If you're really fair and really blonde, some of the root sprays don't go up as light as you'd like them to go. So I find if you've got really blonde hair, just use a dry shampoo, because they've got quite a sort of a whitey pigment to them. So if you really spray it at the root and sort of massage it in, that will help to disguise your dark roots if you're really fair. If you don't have any dry shampoo, you can use talcum powder. So just pop that into your hands and then just pat it through your head and just massage it into the scalp. It will just help to soak up some of the oils in your hair. Also, if you're dark, again, if you don't have one of the root cover-up sprays, then you can always use a eyeshadow in the colour of your hair. So just have a little root around and perhaps just use like a little fluffy brush like this. Dip it in your eyeshadow and just brush it gently along your root area like that, and that will also help to hide some of those pesky greys. So again, thank you for watching. Hope you liked it, and I want to see everyone practicing. You've got all the time in the world now, so you've got time to sit down in front of your mirror and practice your wanting skills. See you later.